Hello.
Hello, and welcome to the podcast. A very special... Hello. Hello.
Hey, you doing? No, sorry, do the intro.
Podcast where we talk life, work, and occasional music. My name is SwitchBladesForKids, and the other half of the podcast...
I'm here. It's me.
It's Blake Bentley.
I'm Blake. Hello. Hello, friends.
This is going to be so weird because, like, I keep looking back to the camera, and then
but I think we have to, right? Because this is we're talking to them.
Talking to them.
We're talking to them. I was looking at the top. It's them. It's them. It's where are we?
Yeah.
Where do we look? Where's the camera?
This is the audio listeners, and that's the video listeners.
Oh, yeah, the audio listeners would have just got a whole lot of peeking then because I got real close to the mic. Sorry. How you doing? It's 100th episode.
100th
We've done. This is it.
We're doing it.
This is 100 episodes.
Yeah.
We've missed some here and there.
Yeah.
We've released like bi-weekly for a bit there.
Yeah, well, that was when I was at AOTW.
Yeah.
That kind of made sense because remember, I actually remember that like because I was working at the COVID hotel.
Oh,
and
that's right.
It was like fucking like episode every we were recording
like every 3 days. Yeah,
oh, dude.
We recorded every 3 days for like a month. Yeah. I think.
It was longer.
Yeah, I think it was longer. to cover you going to ACAT.
Yeah.
ACAT, yeah. Weird, because I have something called ACAT as well. Dog, please don't knock it over. Oh, there's a dog in here and he's moving around the equipment.
It's fine.
Just don't knock it over, puppy. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay.
That's wild. Dude, we've come a long way. We're definitely not recording in the same rooms we've always been recording.
It looks completely different.
We've definitely come a long way. Like, Winnie, please. I'm getting anxiety with you walking around the mic.
Oh man!
But how you doing? How's your week been?
Your
family's sick.
Yeah, they're all sick. They're all living it.
They're all sick.
But, like it started with like literally Quinn just like going to daycare, coming back, being sick, and then she got mad at me when I was like, "Can you cover your mouth when you cough?" Fuck you, man! Fuck you!
Don't tell me I live my life, Dad.
And then it was just like cough everywhere, and then I was like, everyone's gonna get sick, and then eventually she did start covering her mouth. Maverick started covering his mouth, but then like we started getting better, and I reckon I've just got hay fever from yesterday. We went to the camel farm.
Oh, yeah, cool.
And like, you know how it's grass everywhere, but you got to feed them grass and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I basically have my bag and a head full of like, I have my head in a bag full of like cut grass.
Yeah.
And it was just like, here you go.
Yeah.
And now I just feel like shit. Like yesterday I was feeling great, and now today I'm like, it feels like I've just mowed the lawn and then just put my head into the catcher.
Is that the one out Harrisville? Like you go past Amberley and that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dog, you are giving me anxiety.
You gotta just ignore him. Just let him attempt to act like a cat.
He's going to knock it over.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah.
No, I've wanted to go to the camel farm. Jack and Dad's been to the camel farm, but I haven't been yet. I like camels. I heard camel ice cream is not that good, but I want to try it.
But they keep like trying to push like camel milk.
Yeah, and camel meat.
Yeah. Which, you know what? The camel meat, I wouldn't be so opposed to. No. Because I've been trying to get Kim on kangaroo as well.
Kangaroo's good.
Yeah. Because it's like heaps cheaper than fucking beef at the moment. And it's just like, we could do kangaroo, we could do, like, fuck, if they sold camel meat, I'd probably buy it. Because I want to try it.
Yeah.
I've tried buffalo. I've tried crocodile.
You know the thing with like all those types of meats though? The issue that I have is still recording. Yeah, okay, cool. My issue with those sorts of meats, right, is I don't know what camel meat's good for. You know how some meats are good for stews, some are good for like you just grill it, some are like mix it into dishes, shit like that. Like, do you mince it? Do you make camel burgers? Would camel burgers be good? I don't know.
If they reckon like kangaroo meat's like really lean, like there's not a lot of fat on it, and like
because have you seen how swole they are?
Yeah, dude.
They're all muscle, dude.
Yeah, but like camels must be, because like, you know that hump on the back?
Yeah.
You know how like as a kid you're taught like it's filled with water?
Yeah.
It's not. It's just a big fatty deposit.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So, it's all fat, right?
Yeah. So you'd think the meat would have to be like really fatty, like delicious. It would have to
I don't like fatty meats.
But like, you know that like A5 Wagyu and shit like that? You know there's like...
I'm not
fat all through. I'm not about the price. I'm not about the whole alright, cool, they've genetically designed a cow that's like this, or maybe they haven't, but it's just like maybe they haven't. I'm making it up.
Yeah, they genetically modified meat to live and grow, and it never actually gets to be a cow. It's just meat.
It's like intramuscular fatty tissue sort of thing. So like, you know how, so there's like on your leg, you'd say there's like a layer of like skin, and then there's like the fat layer, then you've got your muscle, and then like you can get like really fatty muscle, or like, you know, that it's not just on the outside. I can't remember what it's called on the outside, but then you can get like really fatty muscle on the inside.
Yeah. And that's the the really good Wagyu shit. Dude, it's so expensive though. I've seen people buy like $300 cuts and shit.
Yeah.
I don't even eat steak.
One of our mates bought it, like, I think it was Morty or something like that. He bought like A5 or B7. I don't know, some fucking like
sounds like
number
Andy.
combo.
Sounds like something Andy.
I think it was
Andy. Actually, Andy don't spend money. Let's be real.
That's
Andy lives on noodles because he doesn't want. It's not because he can't afford anything. It's just because he doesn't want to spend money. He's like, nah, noodles sustains me.
Yeah.
He's like, is this going to make me live? Yes. All right, well, I'll buy it. And what does it cost? $3? Oh, yeah, all right, sick. How long does this last me? 2 days. Done. Like, what do I add? Water.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh man, that's free. Just free water. Fuck yes. Oh, should I buy some spring onions?
Yeah. Oh,
I got to use my petrol.
Can I walk there? I don't like.
That wears out the treads on my shoes. Buy new shoes.
That means my shoes get worn quick. No, I fucking respect it though. Like,
oh man,
you know what though? He fucking spends money in some areas. Like I was like,
night out.
Yeah,
where it was just like,
dude.
oh, let's try that whiskey. Let's try that whiskey. It's like, brother, that you're spending $100.
It was not even like a how much does it cost. It's like, that one looks cool. I want to try it.
Yeah.
It was just like, and they're like,
oh, you can get a shot of this. It's like, that's not shotting whiskey. That's like
sipping whiskey. And he's like, well, that's real unfortunate, ain't it?
Man, that's like, they were upset with us.
They did, yeah.
Because they were like, look, we don't want you just downing our nice, expensive whiskey that's meant to be like sipped and enjoyed.
Don't tell me how to enjoy my fucking alcohol.
You fucking don't know me.
Yeah.
Maybe I love it.
I didn't.
Oh man.
Most of those drinks were like painful. They were painful to have.
Some of them were like harsh.
Oh,
very harsh.
Because they were made to sip with ice. You're made to like have it in like the giant glass, like, you know, fucking big circle ice thing, and you let it sit for a while so the water mixes in, and then you sip it. And here we are, just in a shot glass, like, ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have to serve this one with ice. That's okay.
Oh, dude. Was it last week or the week before? Might have been last week. I played the Sega Master Race. Yeah.
Battletoads.
Oh, dude, so good. But I was talking to a couple of the guys. They're like, oh, I don't remember, like, my brothers-in-law. They were like, I don't remember this looking so bad. And I was like, it's the TV. It's like the TV is too high quality.
Oh, yeah.
Because we played on that shitty TV at, what was that place called?
Netherworld, yeah.
Yeah, Netherworld.
Yeah.
Because we played on those shitty TVs.
CRTs and shit.
Yeah. Because they're made to show the graphics the best that they were back then.
Well, and also the thing of, like, they have, like, because it's a weird way that they project the image, it actually softens. So
it softens edges and shit.
It's still recording.
It's still recording. Okay. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, is it recording still? I don't know.
If I press that and I click that, recording.
Oh.
It's blocking calls too, which is great.
Oh, that's very pog.
Oh, is that my dad? Hey, man.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, man, you involved in any of it on the Anzac Day? I'll get back to that. I'm not involved with anything on Anzac Day this year, which is great. I just have to get into a suit and then be at a parade sort of thing. Yeah. Watch people do some of this
shit
kind
that
of
you
stuff,
that you did last year. And then, did you actually do any of that, or were you were just posted on the statue, right? On the memorial?
Yeah. So that was the cenotaph thingy, the catafalque party, and that sort of stuff. So I'm not doing that this year. It's great. I just get to get in a suit.
You're like, thank
barely
God.
Fits, and then
thank God. You had to play 2-Up and drink rum and milk. Oh yeah. Just be trashed by 9 o'clock in the morning.
The gunfire brekkie I'm so keen for.
I used to do all of that. I was thinking it's about taking the kids down to Dawn Parade.
Yeah.
When is it? Next Tuesday, eh?
Yeah. A lot of the dudes are already like, I'm going to take like Wednesday off because they know, like, dudes when Anzac Day comes around, especially in the army, it's like, it's my one day of the year where I get to get absolutely fucking trashed.
Yeah.
And then, and no one can tell me nothing. Like,
And it's work time.
yeah. And then it's like, that's it. And then, so yeah, they'll take the next day off because the guys that don't take the next day off are like sleeping under their desks.
Yeah.
And they're like, don't talk to me. I'm done.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, fuck that. Honestly,
Yeah.
that sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, I couldn't think of drinking at like 6 a.m.
Dudes do it, man.
I know.
Dudes wake up like earlier so that they can get started earlier.
Oh, it just sounds horrible. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine waking up early to drink alcohol.
You know,
That sounds so bad.
at the last year's one, when I was doing that little thingo, when we went back to go and like get breakfast and stuff like that, because like the I think it was the RSL, I don't know who it was that was actually putting us up for it, but we went back to there, we had breakfast, and we could see like bottles of like Jim Beam and not Jim Beam, fucking I can't remember this, but yeah, they're like, do you want something in your coffee? I was like, look, maybe a little bit later. Maybe a little bit later.
It's a little fucking early.
We already had a bottle upstairs.
Yeah.
We already had a bottle upstairs. We're good for now. So like,
man.
you know, it's just, you know, the things that you can get away with and the things that you just shouldn't do.
That's got to be rough.
Dude, like
Being blackout drunk by like 10 o'clock
yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah. And then having your mates go, buddy, we got to pull it together because we got to get into the next place or like whatever RSL is next. And then it's like, and you just got to like look a little bit sober.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
literally like fucking bunted. Dude.
yeah,
Oh, the only day where it's like,
totally.
oh, and
acceptable.
Christmas, of course, Christmas.
Yeah.
It's fine to get absolutely white girl wasted on Christmas apparently by like 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
My dad drinks early. Oh, so I should have seen my wedding. The dude started drinking, like, that was like Anzac Day, except he went till like midnight. So he started at like, I think 7 a.m. He started drinking, and he was one of the last ones up.
Just like, still going, just like sipping.
It was, dude, it was like, I reckon it was like a good 16-hour bender for him.
Man.
Constant drinking. Fuck. For like 16 hours, dude.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Man, I hate, you know, I think about that every now and then. I was like, man, I really wish I was at that fucking wedding. I hate that I had to go out.
Yeah, that's right. You have to go out bush, hey?
Oh,
that's
man.
right. Yeah, because Kim did a little speech.
Yeah. She was like, I've got to go. And I'm like, yes, you do. Go.
Yeah, she did a little speech. She was like, oh, Zach wishes he was here. And I was like, I bet he does. Rather than in a like sleeping bag in the middle of the bush.
I think I remember like
that was one of your like not first, but it was like you guys had just moved back to Ipswich, I think.
Oh no, because we were down in Wodonga for your wedding.
Oh, that's right. Kim came up, hey.
Yeah, she flew up.
Right.
Yeah. And so I was like, I can't go because I've got to go field.
That's right.
She's like, okay, cool. I've got to fly up and then fly back. And I remember the night.
Oh, because none of us had kids.
No.
Oh, what another lifetime, dude.
Yeah, bro. Totally different life.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, what about the kids? We didn't have any.
Don't have to worry about that.
Oh my God.
They didn't exist. But yeah, no, I remember digging. I remember digging that day and then like sleeping in my like
it's like whole sleeping
I think that was the night that I had like a centipede crawl across my neck and I was just like, like asleep and then just kept sleeping.
And then here I am absolutely fucking blackout in a hotel room. Like we literally, because we did a wishing well. So instead of presents, we're like wishing well. Because it's presents is too fucking hard, man. We had a tiny home. We couldn't we didn't have room for presents. But I remember we got back to the fucking like the motel and we got all the money and I was like, I sat on the bed and Jack's just like sat next to me. I was like, money! Threw it in the air and like started rolling around on the bed with the money. Jackie's like, you gotta fucking lose the money. I was like, money! Yeah, I was like, money. Yeah, money. It was so good, dude. But yeah, fuck. Like life without children.
How different, eh? Because I tell that to Kim all the time. I was like, imagine what we'd be doing right now if we didn't have kids.
I don't even know, hey.
Imagine what we'd be doing. And it'd be like, it'd probably just be like...
Nothing.
Nothing much.
Probably nothing, honestly.
I swear to God, if it was now, and we like all as like a friend group was still on Discord and shit like that. Like everything is sort of the same. We just don't have kids right now. Dark and darker.
Probably.
Like, for sure, I would be just like...
Well, like Lats.
Yeah.
Lats will be playing right now.
Yeah.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. I'm sure he's playing right fucking now. Ignore me. My shirt's riding up my back.
Yeah, no, you're right. Do that.
But I'm sure he's playing right fucking now.
If those servers are back up, he's onto it.
100%.
He'll probably put a message back in. He's like, servers are up.
Yeah.
Like, straight away.
Dude, the guy's like level 11 or something.
Well, in saying that, I did get to... I think Barbarian is pretty OP because... I'm already level 8, and I just played that last night.
Mind you, well, I got
3 hours. I
got like a level 2 wizard. Wizard was not for me, so I deleted wizard. And then I got a bard up to level 6, I think, and then I've got a fighter up to like level 4 or something.
Can I ask, is bard maybe late level bard, like late game bard, would be really worth it? Or maybe geared? Maybe they just need to be geared.
Yeah, I think geared
because like Andy as a bard was horrible. Horrible. And purely because there was the buffs. Yeah, you're cool. You can play your like thing to like buff and shit like that. But there was no heals. I wasn't getting any.
No,
health.
they have like a slow passive heal.
Yeah, right.
That's what it is. It's a very slow passive heal.
I was like, I'd get more if I just press G, sit down, rest, and then just sit there and, he can keep playing his loop. But if we both sat there, we'd gain health faster.
Yeah.
No,
so Bard was good because Bard has that one spell that makes enemies fight each other.
Oh, right.
So in a big room, you play that, and then all the enemies fight each other. Yeah. So what we would do is, if we went into a room and there was like other players in that room, I would use that, and it would make the enemies fight those other players. So if they're like chasing me and the players chasing me at the same time, I play the spell, and then all the enemies turn around and they like fight each other and him.
Sick! I didn't know that was a fucking spell.
It lasts like 6 seconds.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so alright, well now Bard makes a lot more sense.
Bards are lit.
Yeah.
Bards are really good. And they can use bows and shit.
Yep.
Like, they can just straight up use bow and arrow. But I think being like a support class... Welcome to the Dark and Darker podcast.
Yeah, this is
where we talk all things Dark and Darker.
Dark and Dark cast.
The Dark and Dark cast. Welcome to... Anyway. I think Bards... They're good, but I don't think that you want to like link them up with multiple support classes.
Yeah.
Because like we had a bard, a cleric, and a barbarian.
I'm gonna run a cleric.
It was too much.
I'm gonna run a cleric.
I'm running fighter now.
Oh,
fighter's
lit. Good.
Fighter is lit.
You know what I want to run in the next this actually leads me into what I want to say. But D&D, right? I want to run a fighter purely because I've been listening to the Adventure Zone, and you listen to how much Magnus just cool, I'm going to do 4 attacks in a row, and then if you hit me, I get to parry, and that's another attack.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Fighter's
this dude's just done like fucking about 40 damage or 50 damage or something like that, and he expended the same amount of energy as he would have anyone else, but they get 1 attack.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then they can also action surge.
Yeah.
For another 4 attacks.
Yeah.
And I know that's I think they at his level, whatever level they are, you eventually get another charge.
Yeah.
So you can do it twice a day, or 3 times a day. So if you wanted to really fuck up like a boss, you just save all your action surges, and then you just go ham on the boss in 3 turns, and you've done 6 turns worth of attacks. And
then but he's also got a feat where it's just if one of his party members gets hit and he's in range, he can jump in to do that thing, and then goading strike all these really cool. He's got really good feats for a fighter, and I think he's the perfect fighter sort of thing that I've seen so far. It's he hits things a lot, he hits things really hard, and he also does the most tanking for everyone, which is great.
Well, because they have Merle who's a cleric, but look. Wait, what are you up to?
They're playing that other board game where they're the Lost Century.
The Lost Century.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you're at
episode 2 of the Lost Century?
Right.
Yeah.
So you're at the bit where you're starting to really get into the nuts and bolts of what's going on. Yeah.
They're on that animal planet and they're trying to
the animals of power or whatever.
Yeah. He's literally trying to. I think when I was just turned off the car, Magnus wanted to go and fight or go to the power bear or whatever it was. There was like
yeah.
a bear of power and then the owl of wisdom or something like that.
Yeah.
The wolf of insight or whatever it was.
That's
so
lit.
like, or instinct, yeah. But like, yeah.
So is it Star Chaser? Star Blazer?
Star Blaster.
Star Blaster. That's it. Star Blaster. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I told man, every fucking arc it gets better than the last.
Yeah, dude. Listening to the end of that lunar interlude where like they fucking sorted all that shit out, and then they're like, Lucretia, you know, the director sort of thing was just like, look, this is the reason why I've been telling you to keep away from the Red Road. When Davenport like breaks, like he doesn't just say Davenport anymore, and it's just like, boom,
Lucretia, what have you done?
Yeah, and then straight away, and then I was just like, I've never been so emotionally invested.
I told you,
so many
dude.
of these characters.
It's so good, man.
He is Griff does so well in world building, storytelling. He's doing it's
he carries it. He carries the fucking
100%.
That's why I said, like, I'm like, this is my favorite piece of fiction. Like, not like favorite D&D podcast or favorite like audio whatever. No, favorite piece of fiction. Is that fucking this story of these three friends
having them like have 100 years worth of like backstory and shit like that,
dog.
and then it's like, well, we only seen him from here to here sort of thing, and then it's like they figured out what 5 or 7 trials or whatever it was to sort of like get all these things back, and then it's go all the way back to the start of fucking the incredible
dude,
spoilers, but fuck you, I'm watching
It's been out for ages. It's not new. It's old. Like they're up to like their like fucking 6th campaign.
I'm gonna be upset when it all finally ends. And it's like, we're gonna start a new campaign. I'm like, I don't care about it.
I don't want to start a new campaign. Go back to episode 1. Listen to it again. I've listened to it 3 times.
Bro.
Like I've actually listened to it from start to finish 3 times. It's a lot. Like that's a fuckload to listen to.
It really is
so good.
Pro tip: set your I listen to it on Spotify. Set the podcast replay rate or whatever it is, the playback rate 1.2 times.
Oh yeah,
I've been listening to this podcast faster than
faster than last time.
I've gone super speed on this podcast because I tried 1.5.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they talk too fast, it's just like
you miss it.
But 1.2, I catch everything.
Yeah, nice.
Honestly, and this is the weirdest thing: driving to work with. Like when you're so used to it, like I watched like 40 something episodes at the normal speed, and then I've got like the next 20 episodes on double speed. Driving to work feels faster than ever. like when it's like, especially when they get to like the announcements break, and it's just like, okay, that's back. Bro, so fucking like snappy, man.
I fucking love Adventure Zone. It's so good. Oh, the bit, the arc that I said that you'd like, the fucking, with the time loop one.
11th hour.
The 11th hour. The bit where she's like, you know, I'm gonna show you your past and what you can change. And she's like, what the fuck is with this static? She's like, what happened to your guys? Like, what happened to you? And now you know.
Now I know.
You know,
and did you know what fucking killed me? When they were all explaining their, like, backstories and shit like that, Taco was the one that I didn't like. I was like, oh yeah, cool, it makes sense and sort of shit, but it wasn't his fault when they find out. It's like, oh, we can take the bat. And he's just like, I don't really care. It actually worked out pretty well for me. Magnus's one, fucking, I swear to God, was a big tearjerker.
It's rough.
Makes you feel sort of shit. But this leads
Julie?
Julia.
Yeah,
right.
And then Mills is his is like not really a tearjerker, but it's sort of funny, but it's sort of sweet.
Yeah.
Because it's like he was just a really bad husband and a bad dad.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
I want to go out now.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm gonna go adventure. I'm going out for a pack of smokes.
I love that. Like
he literally he did a fantasy version of him going for a pack of smokes.
100%. And I think even like Travis and fucking and Justin like pick him up and I was like, you were just a deadbeat dad. You're just
literally just he was part of Beach Dwarves and he was just a deadbeat dad and just fucked off.
He's like, I'm done here. See you later.
He's like,
You know what?
This is not
Man
for
of the
me.
cloth. I'm gonna get out of here.
This is not for me. This is not for me. It's like a really bad pastor. Really, really bad priest.
It's just retarded.
It's so funny, dude.
This, you know what's funny? Talking about this was so that I could lead into something else.
Right. Is it talking about music? Too early.
It's way too early. But what I want to talk about is there's something that's really stupid because it makes a lot of sense. And this is what I'm saying is like, it's really stupid, but I 100% know that you relate to it.
Okay.
For the last couple of weeks, ever since we played like D&D,
Yeah.
I've been looking at every piece of fiction, right? Even some like non-fiction shit, just like random shit. And I go, okay, cool, I'm watching a TV show or a movie or something like that, and you go, like, it all sort of follows the same sort of arcs. Like, you've got to build a character up, you've got to make them sort of emotionally invested sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to sort of put something into them.
Storytelling.
They have, all the whole arcs of a story where they, build them up, break them down, then they have their reprise sort of thing. And it makes me constantly think of, oh, well, they just rolled a nat 1. They fucked up. They just rolled a nat 1. Or the other guy fucked
That was like last night. Who were we watching? Was it Andy? And he just kept missing. It was like, well, there's a couple nat runs in a row.
One.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. But, like, I've been thinking about in, like, every sort of piece of media that's, like, fiction and shit like that is if you were to just, like, make that a D&D campaign.
Like put the rule set to it.
Whatever. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, if this, it's just take any sort of TV show, take Game of Thrones, because it's already in a fantasy fiction sort of level, right? You would go, okay, cool, this Bran literally did his great acrobatics.
Roll me an acrobatics shit. Oh, that's a that one.
He just falls out.
Well, unfortunately, you fall and break your legs.
You fall, break your leg. You can never walk again.
Yeah, actually, he doesn't break his legs, right? He's just paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah. He just fucking, because old mate Jamie
Pushes
Lannister
him,
was just like...
Because he's fucking smashing his sister.
But, like, if you would be like... Okay, cool. Like, what would these characters do? And it's just like, if you were to...
So good.
It's so stupid because, like, imagine taking all of the Adventure Zone and then go, okay, cool, well, these are all of the actions that were involved to get to this point. Okay, cool, we can turn each, like, arc into a season and then turn it into a fucking... You could 100% turn it into a show.
They've done comic books.
That makes a lot of sense.
So they've turned all of the arcs into comic books.
Now, this is where it would get, like... meta, I reckon, is if in the comic book it'd be like, right here, or, like, it doesn't have to be so literal, but like, right here, this is where you knew Taco or fucking Magnus or Merle rolled a nat 1.
Yeah.
Or like...
and like something dumb happened. You
know what I mean?
And then because they do it as a comic. Like, it's not like them playing D&D. It's a comic of the story.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's no...
It's all of the actions.
There's like references to like the DM and stuff like that, as far as I'm aware, to like Griff and that. But it's about the characters. So it's about Taco, Merle, and Magnus. Yeah. And it's about them on their adventure with everyone else, doing all the shit that they do. Bro, it's so good, man.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's like...
Imagine that in real... Just every like, piece of media you can think of. It's like, well, maybe all of the characters are just rolling dice.
Yeah, and they're just rolling really poorly.
But you know what that is? You know what writing... you know what making a D&D campaign without, like, players is?
Storytelling?
It's just writing.
Yeah, it's just writing, yeah. I was like,
just writing.
It's just writing.
So, like, I thought about that and I was like, well, why not have a new form of writing? Even though it's not a new form, it's literally just playing D&D, but you play it in a world where you're like, okay, cool, well, it's the Game of Thrones world, but we're playing D&D. You have your characters play characters that role for their storyline sort of development. Everything has to follow to a certain point, a main line where to go. Like, this
just sounds like D&D.
It's 100% D&D, but you then write it would be the way to make a TV show.
Oh, like to write a story. Like play a game of D&D and use what the events is.
And then go, or vice versa. You watch a TV show, you take everything that happens in that, you put it in a numerical sort of value, or like, this is... like, it wouldn't say so much like what character actions sort of do, where like quests and shit sort of happens, and just go, well, I know that these are the ups and downs, these is how, like, the NPCs would be, and I know these are how the main characters should be, or, like, how they would have to go. And then you just go, I want all of this, and then it's D&D. And it's just...
I love it. It's like so there's this idea.
Yeah.
And now it's D&D.
And now it's D&D. it's like I am so 100% sure that there would be DMs out there, or like GMs, if anything, would be like, I've watched the TV show, I like the story arc, and now I just want...
Now it's D&D.
Yeah, now it's D&D. I don't care.
It's D&D.
I don't care. I have completely ripped off whatever this story is, and you could rebrand it. You could make it it's not Batman in Gotham City, it's fucking I don't know, some crazy hero dude, but he's in some other crazy fantasy city, and play D&D.
Yeah, I've got a really cool idea. So when we finish Lat's, like, his mini campaign, I have a really cool idea for a campaign. I want to see how it goes. So I'll run a one shot, or maybe like a few nights type thing. We'll just see how it goes, because and it's not the idea I told you, because I've told you an idea about these whole gods thing, and that you like are descendants of the gods and you're reliving the like memories and shit from them.
Yeah,
it's not that.
Okay,
so that's not the idea. And I'm not going to say what the idea is, because then it would be ruined.
No, I don't really. Yeah.
But I have a really cool idea, and because like I do not have a problem with the way Lat's DMs at all, right? Mm-hmm. The only thing that I think he needs is a little bit more experience on how the base mechanics. The base mechanics work. That's all. That's all I think he needs, and then he would be absolute top tier DM.
Yeah.
Like, because his storytelling, very good. His, like, the way he thinks about getting stuff done and, like, interactions with players and all that sort of stuff is very good.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, those base mechanics that make doing everything easier, I just feel like he needs more experience learning what those are.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a negative criticism. It's literally just, like, it's his first game. You know what I mean? Like, I think he played a one-shot with you, Andy, and that.
And you guys.
Oh, yeah, he was part of the one with you did. Yeah. And I think that was the first one he ever played, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's DM. Yeah, and then he's DM.
Like, I want to do this.
Yeah. And I
think that was after or before fucking Jace's one?
Yeah, I think you guys played Jace's one. I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I wasn't on for that. But, no, like, I've, like, because I don't want to say, like, I mean, I've played a lot. That's the thing. Like, I've played in a lot of groups. I've DM'd a couple times. I've listened to the entire first season of Critical Role, which is like 120 episodes or 125 episodes, and they're like 5 hours long. Dude, seriously, I'm not kidding when I say it took me about 3 years.
That's a lot.
I listen to it almost every day, because I listened to that. I listened to The Adventure Zone a few times, and I cut between all these different D&D podcasts. There's another one called Not Another D&D Podcast. In between that one, I think that's really the bulk of what I was listening to, those three. It's Not Another D&D Podcast, which is got fucking what's his name, Jake and Amir. Yeah, Jake from Jake and Amir.
Cold Tumor. Well, is that the same guys that are running Dimension 20? Because they'd be two.
They all work together.
Yeah.
But Brendan Lee Mulligan is the man. So him and Matt Mercer are on the same level for different reasons.
Yeah.
Like, Matt Mercer is so, like, emotional with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's so good at... Matt Mercer knows the fucking rules, right? He knows them like the back of his hand.
Oh, yeah.
And he's willing to work with players to make it fun and interesting.
Yeah.
And his storytelling's really good too, to be honest. But
he makes characters, man. He makes like very memorable characters.
Dude, but so does Griff.
Yeah.
Because Griff does it in a dumb you know, like the thing I like about the Adventure Zone is it's our humor. Yeah. It's like it's just it's four idiots, right, playing D&D together and actually getting through a really good story is what it is. The difference between like this is a big D&D talk episode. I don't give a fuck. This is our podcast.
This is our podcast.
We do what the fuck we want. This is our fucking
I know what I'm looking up there. The camera's right there.
Yeah, I keep doing that. Yeah, hello. The biggest difference between them is Matt Mercer's very, very, very serious.
Yeah.
A lot of their shit is... They do some dumb shit, right? but it's really, really serious and emotional to the point where, like, the final fight of the first campaign, the BBEG, the big bad evil guy, it's like there's crying and cheering and everything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
And it's coming from everyone, and it is this thing that like they played for years because it was like 120 episodes. I don't think they missed too many episodes, but it was once a week, right? So when you think about that, it's 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So 2.5 years of, and this is the thing. This is their home game that they had been playing for years before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they've been playing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Because the first episode that you listen to, they're halfway through a quest. Like, you just come in halfway through a quest.
I didn't know that.
That's the very first episode of Critical Role, episode 1, season 1.
Already on
they're halfway through a quest. And they're like already like level 7 or something, level 8. You know what I mean? Like, they all have like relationships. They have relationships with people in town.
Yeah.
You know, like they have all this stuff that's going on,
so
and you just
weird.
get dropped into it.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good though, but it's a lot. It's a lot to listen to.
Yeah.
Man.
Especially in like 5 hour like
because it's all
sessions.
real play. That's another big reason. The big difference. Sorry. So Adventure Zone is made to be a podcast.
Yeah.
Critical Role is a game that gets streamed.
Yeah.
That's the big difference. So there's like editing and stuff. They don't do big editing in Critical Role.
No, I noticed that they do it for the Adventure Zone.
It gets better.
You can hear it
The longer
sometimes where they're just like, oh, Griff's talking, and then he's just like, I've got to cut here to like save a little bit of time sort of shit.
Yep.
It does like...
But like all of the audio editing that they do is fucking mint.
Yeah.
Like the
voice
the one
changes,
between... Yeah, dude.
the music's...
It's really fucking good. See, Not Another D&D podcast, they do that as well.
Oh, cool.
So, like, when he talks, like, as a dragon, he does, like, voice changes to change his voice and make it, like, you know, mutated and shit. Like, it sounds good. It's fucking mint. But anyway, I don't really have a whole lot. I said to you, I needed to bring something.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was something that I need to write down. I don't fucking remember what it is. It's 100th episode. We're just vibing. We're here we're going to do a workout after.
Yeah.
We're going to do chest.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, sweet.
Yeah, because I think I got legs for it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I still haven't worked legs out for a while, but I tell you what I do a lot of now.
Yeah.
A lot of cardio that involves my legs. So I'm
Right.
You know what? It's fine.
Yeah.
I do a lot of sprinting now, like just sprinting with the dog.
Yeah.
So we go to the dog park, and if there's no other dogs there, I'll sprint with Lucy.
Yeah.
So I'll do like a mad sprint, and then walk back to the fence, and then do a sprint, and then walk back to the fence, and do a sprint. I do that for like too long. And then I'm like, I've still got to walk home. Like, oh, God.
Can I just say, we were doing deadlifts on Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Just because it was like, it might have been Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was. We're doing lunchtime workouts now, sort of thing. Just with it's like me and 2 other guys.
Nice.
And I've just sort of filtered in and brought some chalk and stuff like that, and we're just listening.
Oh, you told me about the chalk and that, yeah.
Yeah, and so we were doing deadlifts one day, and we started at 80, then 100, then the dudes were like 120. One dude was like ready to tap out 120. I was like, no, just give it a go. Just try it out. If you can't like break ground, just drop. Don't
don't hurt yourself. If you feel like you're gonna hurt yourself, just drop the weight.
I had been miscounting the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
And like we got to what I thought was 150.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I can do 3 plate. 3 plate fucking... It's not even 3 plate. It's like 10 kilos more than 3 plate. I was like, oh, yeah, cool, easy. And I like went up there, pulled it, dropped, and I was like, I'm happy. Because like at the 130 mark or 140 mark, I was like, I'm just going to do singles.
Yeah.
I don't want to do like, okay, cool, we're doing reps and shit like that.
Reps, yeah.
Like I warmed up doing the 80s and 100s. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And the guys are like, yeah, hell yeah, man, you really fucking like nailed that. And I'm like, yeah, it's not that bad. It was like I've usually I can do 150. It's not bad. And then they were like, okay, cool. Now we're gonna fucking stack on. I think they stacked on the 5s or something like that on the ends because they had like these big bumper plates. And I'm like, I was like, what are we up to now? Like, because like they have 25 kilo plates.
Yeah.
So it's like 3 25 kilo plates and like thing. And I was like, how much is that? And they're like, oh, that's 170. And I'm like, no, that'd be like 160, right? 160. And he's like, no, you just lifted 160. I'm like, no, that was a 150. You're like,
no.
You've been like maybe 10 kilos above what you think you're at. I'm like, holy fuck.
You're like, hey man, I'm a monster.
and then I was like, I want to try this 170, and then it fully psyched myself out. And then like I was like, I'm lifting 170, and then I like went for the pull, and I was just like, right,
I'm not lifting 170. It is a mindset. Boogs can fucking, he'll tell you.
100%. And like, in my head, I don't think I've ever gone like, you can do that. So, it's easy. Just lift the bar, just pick it up. You can do it. Easy sort of shit. Like that whole positive affirmation shit.
Yeah.
Never done that. And it was I think it might be a full on, like, don't psych yourself out. It's less than your thing and you can do it sort of thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
It's just, But like, pulling 160, not realizing it, knowing that my 1 rep max 2 years ago was 165.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, cool, 160 pull. And then I was like, that was easy. That felt very easy. And then 170 could not break ground.
Yeah.
Like,
that happened to me.
I just don't think that's right.
Last time I did, like, I was trying for, like, 1 rep maxes. It was, I think I did 155. And then I was like, I'll put another 5 on. That's nothing. Another 5 kilos, 2.5 kilo plates either side. Couldn't do it. I was like, I can't do 160. All right, cool. Mind you, I have not tried to do deads in a while.
Yep.
Like in a hot minute, I've not tried to deadlift. I do rack pulls still.
Yeah.
Like rack pulls are good, and rack pulling like fucking like 150 or something, like for reps too, because it's the last part of it. Yeah. So it's like, it's really not that hard.
Breaking ground is hard,
getting it off the ground to the point where your like legs are pretty much straight, and then straightening the back out. Like that's the part that's rough. Like getting it up to there, I usually struggle. I don't know what it is. Like my form with deads are not great either. I tend to just not do them.
Yeah.
I just do what I enjoy because my goal is not to be a bodybuilder. My goal is just to be healthy.
Yeah.
That's my goal now. My goal is just to be healthy and to enjoy what I'm doing at the gym. And if I'm not enjoying it, I don't do it.
Dude.
And I haven't been enjoying leg workouts, honestly.
No one does.
No, so I'm, you know what? I'm just not doing it.
As you can tell, I skip.
I have big legs.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big boy.
Yeah, we had to walk around with it.
I've been walking around with 170 kilos for a long time.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask. What was the weight? What was the last time you remember your weight at the heaviest?
Oh, I'm guessing I was 170 because I definitely put weight on from when I weighed myself like the last time before I started working out, right?
Okay, right.
Because I didn't weigh myself when I started working out. I didn't want to worry about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to get into a good routine and I don't want to have to be like, oh, did I lose weight this week? Did I not?
I want to know, like...
I think I was like 166.
Yeah.
Or 165.
Yeah.
And I got that done at a medical. And the doctor was like, you're really heavy, man. And I was like, yeah, but I don't look it, right? And he's like, you don't look it, but you are. He's like,
thanks,
look,
bro.
He's like, genuinely, I would think you look about 140, 150. Yeah. And I was like, so I'm like 20 kilos heavier than what it looks. He's like, it's not a good thing. He's like,
this isn't great.
He's like, this is not good. He's like, you're saying it like that's good. It's not good. He's like, you're very, very unhealthy. I was like, I know. It's really bad.
Christ, I made this.
I was like, yeah. My brother in Christ, I made this sandwich. So that was when I weighed myself last, and I didn't look after myself any better then. I continued eating like shit.
Yeah.
Like continued for like a year.
Yeah.
And then it was like, fuck, I can't even remember. I was just like talking to you about gym and shit, I think. And I was like, I think I need to work out.
I think, was it before or after that Saturday chat where we went to get a burger? I think it might have been...
I think it was after that.
I think it was after.
I think it was after that, eh?
Because I remember lifting in the backyard for a while, and then I was just like...
Remember, and then I came over.
Yeah!
That's right. I came over for a workout. Yeah, and we streamed it. I think that's where it started.
Yeah, bro.
Because I came over to stream working out. Because we were doing streams more.
Yeah.
Oh, we should stream again.
Alright, we're going to stream.
We're doing it. We're streaming. We're streaming again.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
It's just going to be dark and darker. And if we can't play dark and darker because the playtest is
it's just going to be a black screen.
Black screen. And I'm just going to say dark and darker over and over and over.
Can you imagine just streaming a blank screen?
Yeah.
And nothing else?
streaming a Blake. Have you seen those? Actually, you would have seen this heaps on TikTok.
Mm.
And I remember when I was scrolling through it, there'd be dudes on there that would be like, day whatever of not doing anything until I get famous on TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just do something.
Yeah. Just do
That's
something.
not creative.
There's so many that are like, I'm staying quiet till my type joins the chat. So it's shit like that. Yeah. And it's just like some fucking e-girl sitting there. And I reckon it's not actually the e-girl sitting there. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
recorded.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Like a fucking 6-minute loop or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, surely.
Loops.
There's like people who are doing like 0.1 second videos.
Yeah, right.
So it's a photo. The audio is 0.1 seconds.
Yeah.
So you go on it and it's like, view. You know what I mean? Like, because you're watching it and you're reading something and it's like, so these people are getting like hundreds of thousands of views, but then they have like a couple thousand likes.
Yeah.
So their views are fucking enormous, but their likes are nothing.
So
and their
weird.
subscriber counts is nothing. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know if it helps algorithms or not. I don't know how TikTok works.
That's such a weird thing. Well, I guess like it would be obviously a lot of things, but like if you go watch time, that's like
yeah, surely that plays a part,
it would
right?
be so much more because like what's one play and watching the whole way through, that's 100% watch time, right? If it keeps replaying, that watch time has to go above 100%. Right?
Maybe I should make one. Maybe I should do this. Because they'll do just a photo and they'll put writing on it, so you have to read the writing.
Yeah. And
then the music, it's an audio that you can't hear or anything, and it's just like constantly looping.
Well, yeah.
I'll do it. I'm making this promise to you, the viewer, and you, the listener. I'm gonna take advantage of TikTok for my own personal benefit. For clout. For me.
Jeez.
But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot other than I'm feeling pretty good.
How do you feel about the last 99 episodes?
I feel like, funnily enough, I was like at the start we were like we've come so far, we're in the same room recording with the same microphone, shit like that. But I think we've done a lot.
I 100% think we've done a lot.
I think it's pretty lit.
I remember the second episode when we had to like review Tyler the Creator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember going like, just the
Garden Shed's still in my playlist.
100%.
It's still there, dude.
Yeah, I listened to the entire album the other week actually.
Nice.
It's just
nice.
So fucking good.
Nice.
It's November.
Garden Shed.
But like the way we were talking, and it was so much more like chilled out, like real like we weren't so animated, and because we know how to talk into a camera now. We know how to talk into a mic.
Yeah, it's experience. It's just like being comfortable in that situation. Yeah. You know, and because like I actually practice a lot of like talking techniques and shit because of my job.
Yeah.
So I literally practice talking techniques and then I use them here. I practice my talking techniques at my job for my podcast.
Yes.
So I use my job to better the podcast because the podcast is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Not my job that pays me money. Oh, no. But no, like I'll literally, so it's like making eye contact with everyone you're talking to for at least 3 seconds every so often. Showing your palms.
Is that a real thing?
It's an actual thing. It puts people at ease. So if you show your palms when you're speaking, and I have done this, and it fucking works. Because look at me, right? Yep. I'm like a sort of overweight dude. Like I'm looking pretty good now, but like sort of overweight. I don't look like the most approachable dude in the world right now, right? But I can tell you, in my job, there are people that wish that I was their son. Okay, there are people that want me in their family because I'm so good at talking to them.
Yeah,
and doing my job, right? And they love me. Like, genuinely, did I tell you about one of the residents? So we have one resident coming in. His wife, I've been talking to her a lot. And she's like, have you met my daughter? You should really meet my daughter. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, I'm married. And she's like, oh, it's okay. She's got a boyfriend. Like...
You can still have coffee.
Yeah, I was like, you can still meet her and talk to her and maybe go for like a coffee date and fall in love and then have an affair and then lose your wife and kids and then start a whole new family and become my son. You can still do that. Like fucking hell. But
God.
Like, no, so I practice all that shit there so
Yeah.
that I'm more comfortable here and I can convey and I can practice with my speech
It's funny.
and my big words because I'm actually a big dumb idiot.
Vocabulary.
Vocabulary. I still don't understand how I have my job because it's like, I'm a head of department. I go to big meetings.
Yeah.
I have my own office. I'm guest speaking at like fucking big events and shit. Like with, like I'm doing events that have up to hundreds of people, right? And I'm speaking in front of all these people and shit.
Yeah.
And then it's actually me, a big dumb idiot who just wants to play video games all day, right?
Yeah.
I just want to play Dark and Darker and stream that for a living, right?
Yeah.
I want to just like do content.
Yeah.
I just want to do dumb shit.
Yeah.
I just want to record doing dumb shit. That's my goal. And then I'm like, why am I living a lie? I have imposter syndrome so hard,
doing
dude.
It so well, too.
I have imposter syndrome so fucking hard because sometimes I sit in my office. I'm like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there. I'm like, I don't even know what do I do right now. I'm like, I'm in an office. I have no performance management. No one watches what I do. No one makes sure that I'm doing my work. I make sure I'm doing my work. What work do I have to do? And then I'll sit there and be like,
You're doing it.
I'm just gonna go on YouTube.
But you know what the weird thing is that the fact that like everyone will like you've accepted the job and then you kind of get told what the job is and how to do like the random processes, right?
Yeah.
And then from then on, it's been you going, I can sell you this bed because you're gonna die and you need
Yeah.
go here.
Yeah, well that's
like,
the
cool.
thing.
It's a numbers thing. It's like, okay, cool, we've got this many guys.
I just have a KPI, yeah.
And then it's and you must be doing
I must be doing something.
You must be doing something so well
Because they haven't fired me.
that and you're copping like heaps of like praise.
Yeah.
And it's like cool. You can, don't worry about like whatever sort of problems you have, just go and sort them out.
Why?
And the job will still be here because you're doing so fucking well.
Literally. I'm a snake oil salesman, I'm telling you. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how I got here. It's insane. How am I here? I work in the health industry.
That's so
I don't
wild.
have any qualifications.
That's so wild.
I didn't even finish high school.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
I didn't even finish high school.
This is your, like, what do they call it when they say, this is your fucking alert, this is your warning, this is your fucking time right now.
It's a call to action.
This is your call to action right now to go and
Get that job.
Get a job that you are not qualified for.
Yeah, just apply.
Or have no idea what it's about. Don't have any skills for the job.
No.
Well, no, you do. With your sales sort of
like,
stuff.
I can talk to anyone.
But even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, do it anyway and do it confidently.
I didn't know what I was doing till my second week of the job. Because I just went up and hung out with a chick in Toowoomba who no longer works for the business.
Yeah.
Or organisation, because we're not a business, because we're not a profit.
Not for profit.
We're not for profit charity. So I went up there to work with her for 4 days, and we did an event on the Thursday. This is the other thing. So I did an event on my first week, right? And my boss was like, are you sure you're good for this? I was like, yeah, why not? She's like, it's like a big event. Like, this is your first week. I was like, I'm just going to go do an expo. I've done expos before.
Yeah.
She was just like, all right, if you feel comfortable. And then I went and did it. And they're like, what is going on? I was just like, I don't know, just went. I was like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
I just went, I threw some pamphlets and shit on a table.
Yep.
And then I sat behind the table. And then people came and spoke to me. And I was just like, yeah, look, this is my first week. And they're like, oh, how are you enjoying it? I'm like, it's pretty good. I've never worked in health before.
Yeah, you're just like, I'm doing great, actually.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's pretty good so far.
I was warned against doing this.
Yeah, it's like...
And you're just like, ooh, it's practically a day off at the fair.
Yeah, I literally got asked if I really wanted to do the event, they can cancel the event. I was like, why?
Yeah.
It's like, it's just an expo.
Yeah.
I've done home shows before.
You know what's funny is like, I remember as a kid when we got told to go to those like, it was like trades expos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You'd walk around and you'd see like dudes that make like pens and like random machinists or mechanics or whatever fucking trades there were, and they'd have all these like little stalls and they'd be like, you can learn how to work with fucking wood and learn to work with fucking stone and shit like that. And it'd be like, oh, that's all really cool. And you don't realise that like they're just dudes that have gone, I've got to go set up this entire fucking thing, try and stop all of these kids from stealing the things that are just like left out. Like the fucking retard who had like a couple of hundred pens.
Yeah.
You know those like clicky, really nice looking pens?
Yeah.
That like he just left them all on the outside.
Yeah.
And he's sitting down on the inside, and then you just have people kind of like, "Hey man, what do you do?
What are you doing? Hey, that's a nice pen. I'm just going to pick that in my pocket."
And you can just look straight at the guy and just be like,
yeah, just like shopping bag in, just pour orange.
Because the fucking thing is like this high.
Yeah.
And you're just like walking past. I remember walking past with like Jacob. I think it was Jacob and someone else. And I remember walking past, and you'd just be seeing like the retards of the school. Like the thieves. And then you just watch all of them like congregate around this thing just to like swipe a whole heap of fucking pens.
And a whole heap of shit they don't even need. They don't need pens. They just steal it for the sake of stealing it.
You know what's... Yeah, that's 100% it. But you know what I got out of that whole place? That whole like fucking place? Because I went to like every fucking thing, and it would be bags full of pens and pamphlets and like magnets and just random shit.
That was my first... I have a Queensland TAFE. I think it's Queensland TAFE bottle. Yeah. And it's like a really weird thin square like type.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I got one of them. It's on my desk, and I filled it up once. It's so awkward. I'm like, how do you hold it? Like,
because you got to do it like that.
Like,
yeah.
Like, this is not okay. I'm like, this is just going to sit on my desk now.
You know what they're for? They're for, funnily enough...
Oh, is it for like laptop bags?
No. But well, maybe.
They could work.
But like, so in my like cargo, like cam pants, there's like a big mat pocket. It's a mat pocket. It fits perfectly in a mat pocket. Like, takes up the entire space perfectly and then zips up. So it's like a mat pocket water bottle, but it's so awkward to have in there.
So weird,
yeah,
dude.
it's horrible.
But no, like I got heaps of free shit because I gave out heaps of free shit, like because I was one of those guys. I just walked around like I was like, "What do you guys do?" And they're like, "Wear this health thing for health," and I'm like, "Cool, free shit or what?" They had like a VR set. Oh, dude, I took my headset into work. Alright, so this is also... I took some of my residents on a trip around the world.
Did you just go, hey, put this on?
Yeah.
And then it's like, and now you're in a hentai fantasy.
I had to like, look, I won't lie, because I was like, when you fucking start it up, there's like a whole bunch of shit. Like if you go into like the videos, it's all horror. It's all horror shit. So I'm like, I have to make sure it does not autoplay a horror video for this 94-year-old that could kill them. It could straight up kill them. All right. So I was like, I found this playlist of 4 videos that was like Venice, Paris, Tokyo, and Jerusalem, and it was just like a little mini doco about these 4 places. Yeah. So I was just like, brilliant. This is it. What we did, we went down to the lifestyles area and I just was like, do we want to try it? And I tried it out on the girls down there and they were just like, oh, this is awesome. Like the residents will love it. So we took them around the world. Took them on a trip around the world, just one by one. Like, and I did the whole spiel. Now, do you know what a VR device is? No. It's a visual reality device. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on your head. I'm going to tighten it. If at any moment you feel sick or unwell, you let us know and we'll take it. Like, did that whole spiel. Yeah. Fucking boop. Boop. Now, what can you see? And they're like, oh, it's like a city. I'm like, you must be in like, does it look like Paris? And they're like, yeah, it does. And then off they go. And I did it for like, that was my day. I did that for like majority of a day. Yeah. And just because I was like, this would just be a cool thing to do. Yeah. I was like, this is my job.
Your boss or like your area, like your, whatever you call it, the place where you work, right,
my facility,
would look at you and just be like, so this guy brought in his VR headset and said to the residents,
let's go around the world
and let's go places. Yeah. And you know what? That like you're gonna you're gonna end up running that place.
Yeah, right.
And you'll be like, I have no idea what.
Like I literally get into the position. I'm sitting in the office. I'm like, how did I even get here?
Maybe I'll just watch YouTube again.
Like, Did I apply for this job? Where am I?
You know what? Maybe I'll just pull up YouTube. How do I run...
how to run aged care facility. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Well, it's my boss. Sometimes, I walk in and I'm like, hey, go on. She's like, lost. I'm like, I'm like, what's going on? Then I'll sit down and just like have a chat with her, and she'll like talk to me, and she's in the same boat. She's like, I know I have the qualifications to be here. She's like, I've never run a site. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. She's like, I'm just learning on the like while I'm here. I'm just learning because we both started at the same time. So it was like me. No fucking qualifications at all. And then her, never run a site before. And we're both sitting here like, so who's the adult? Like, and she was telling me, she was like, I was up till like 2 a.m. watching TikToks. I was like, no fucking way. Like, no shot you were up to, because we both got in late. Like, we both got in really late. Well, I remember one morning, I woke up at like fucking 7:45. I started at 8 o'clock. And my work is only a minute down the road. But I normally take a good hour to like get ready and shit. I was like, I'm just still going to get ready. Like, I'm still going to take my hour and get ready. And I rock up to work, and the boss rocks at the same time. And I was like, you're late? And she's like, you're late. And I was like, you don't pay me, so I can get here when I want. And, she was just like, I was up till 2 a.m. watching TikToks.
That's so weird. That's so weird.
An aged care facility, the boss of the fucking, the manager of the facility was up till 2 a.m. watching TikToks. So she slept in.
She's just like, I was going to sleep in.
I'm like, man, working here is lit. I'm like, this is fucking sick. Like, why haven't I got into like corporate weird health jobs before? Because I don't have qualifications. That's why, because I didn't want to go to university. That's why.
Do you reckon you'll do quals?
I don't know.
Or we do this?
You know what? I prefer to do this, honestly. This is my fucking... This. You. I want to do you. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, wait, Danny.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, can I just say, shaving your head makes other people, like, if you're walking, people divert.
They're like, this fucking skinhead he ain't getting me. He ain't getting me today.
And I get, I got told by the guy, the coffee shop dude, like, we've had long conversations before. Like, I know his name. He knows my name. Stephen. And he calls me Zach.
Wow, I'd hope so.
I call him Steve-O sometimes.
Oh, wow.
And he loves it. Because he's just this, like, cool Asian dude who just loves making coffee and stuff like that.
Nice.
But he's also doing uni at the same time.
Yeah, nice.
He's looking very disheveled. And I was like, man, you're looking tired today. And he's like, whoa, Zach, man, fucking haircut, bro. And I was like, yeah. I fucking shaved it all off. And he's like, when did you do that? I was like, first time I did it was in, like, January. I did this on Monday. And he's like, you look mean, man. Mean.
You look like a guy I wouldn't want to cross. And you're like, I'm like the nicest guy here, man.
I don't know. I just like shaving my head.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, you look like
you'd kill a man. Or like you have killed a man.
You've killed a man, you're out on the run now.
Yeah. And, you look like you've killed multiple men.
It's so fucking weird because, like, I said this to Kim and she's like, yeah, you do. You look like fucking scary, like mean.
Yeah.
And the kids, I noticed the kids now, like, if I like say, hey, stop playing, like, you know, doing things, you know, stop.
Yeah.
And there's like, oh, okay. Yeah, all right. That's fair.
Yeah. You know what, sir? Yes. Yeah,
that's a good point.
You have killed multiple men before, so yes.
Their hands strangle us.
You have killed people, so I ain't getting on board with this today. That's hilarious.
It's so funny, man.
That's funny.
This is your call to action to shave your head.
Shave your head.
Another call to action in the same.
Because I've definitely shaved my head. Look how long my hair is now.
Fucking hell.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
It's actually long as fuck.
Yeah.
It's just really curly. I'm thinking
full skin shave.
No. I'm thinking of like a curly mullet.
Curly mullet?
Yeah, I'm
so
going
go
to.
all the way back and
I'm going to just shave the sides a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start growing the back out, but I'm not chopping the top off. So it's going to be like I'm just going to see how it looks.
I can't wait until I get out of the army and just have long hair.
Dumb shit and smoke the reefer. When that's lit, it won't be long.
Won't be long.
I mean, if you talk to Dr. Burrell, he's like a fairly well-known advocate doctor for medical marijuana.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. But his whole thing is like, this does it naturally. Why would I give you pharmaceutical drugs?
Yeah.
That's like his thing. It's lit. That's lit, dude. My brother-in-law, who's also a pharmacist, he sent us photos of him weighing bud up. Like weighing actual bud, and he was
Yeah.
just like, dude, this is so wild. He's like, this is insane. He's like, sent us photos, and like, it's like everywhere. And I'm like, that's lit.
I figured out my next job.
Oh.
I'm just going to work at a pharmacy. Like, you know, at a weed pharmacy.
Yeah.
There you go, in Australia,
Yeah.
where they just do researching and testing. And then
Because you're definitely qualified for that.
yeah, well, are you
Well,
qualified for your job?
Look,
I need to be qualified to get a job, apparently.
yeah, I've got 0 qualifications. Like, I actually have 0 qualifications.
I'm a mechanic, I'm a fitter machinist, and
You're more
an
qualified.
armourer. I got 3 different like trade sort of aspects, 2 actual trade qualifications, and I'm just gonna be like, I just want to go and like.
I just want to work in a
this.
dispensary. Yeah, and do this.
Yeah.
Dude, why don't we open a dispensary
All right.
when it's legal?
Yes.
Yep, done.
Yes.
All right, done.
Done.
I've told Jackie about that. She's coming around.
Yeah. Good.
She's coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is actually. It's pretty lit.
I actually don't know how Kim feels about it because like she's pretty.
Oh, she's had it before,
I
surely.
think she's no.
Really?
No, she said never had any drugs.
Oh, well
But
done.
I think she's fairly anti, just because I think she's never had it.
Well,
She-
it's
funny.
also like honestly, it's also the stigma of it.
Yeah.
We grew up knowing that it's this horrible thing, and it's like even if you do it, you're scum of the earth, right?
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
that like,
oh, yeah, that's what you get
except
taught.
that like, you get taught.
Yeah.
Except that like 80% of the population have done it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
fucking everyone has done
Yeah.
it. Because the more I like meet people, the more I talk to them, the more I find out that I'm like, oh yes, bit of whack tobacco. They're like, oh man, I fucking smoked every day for like 10 years. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's just like, everyone's like, yeah, no, of course I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I did
Yeah.
that for years. Oh yeah, no, I've done that 100 times
Yeah.
before. Like
Yeah.
everyone's like, yeah, I definitely smoked weed. Like it's not that. Everyone's like, it's not that bad.
I have no idea. You know what's really weird? If I was to be like, all right, I'm quitting the army, and then I want to go and buy weed, I would first of all I would have no idea. I would be like, hey Blake,
Yeah. How? Hey friend.
hey friend, how do I and who would I? How would I even make
and
a
why
contact?
and when
Yeah.
and where?
Yeah. Do we have to do it at night?
Who do I call? Do I call someone? Do I
like
text them?
cash? Can I just like PayPal them?
Can I just like transfer their money?
Yeah.
Like how
It's so weird.
does this all work?
It's a weird thing that like
You get a
like,
prescription, friend.
I've bought like pills at a club, and it's like you
Yeah,
just
but
have
that's- you just
have $20 in your pocket, or like $50 in your pocket,
And you just go talk to someone.
Hey, but you got something? It's like yeah, sweet. It's like boom.
Yeah, you just literally go ask people. You're
That
just
easy.
like, wait man, you Yankees?
yeah.
And then you just walk up, hey, Yankees? And then they're like,
stuff.
nah.
Because usually, like I know it sounds.
Well, you go to a bathroom, and if there's a dude just standing there, you're like, Yankees? And he's like, and you're like, how
You
much?
can sometimes you don't have to say anything. You just be like
Yeah, you just walk in.
you could even just start off with how much.
Yeah.
How much?
Hey, how
And
much?
It's that easy.
And then they're like,
But like-
$50. Yes.
But like, if you can't just be like walking around the street, and if 80% of the population is like at least done weed, and then you've got like say a smaller population that say they've done it for like fucking 10 years or whatever, or
And then even smaller who sell it.
that sell it right,
Yeah.
and then you can't just be like, hey fellow person that's walking down the street, you got any weed for sale?
No. No,
Hey,
this is so
marijuana, anyone?
this is literally how it is. You just need to know people, right?
Yeah.
Who you're comfortable with asking.
Yeah, that's a
Because
good point.
everyone fucking knows someone.
Everyone's got this.
Everyone knows
Right.
someone.
Yeah,
Well, not everyone. Most people. Well, you do. You know me.
I know you, and I think I know a couple of people. In
Yeah, but you would know
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Actually, of course, we know people in our Discord. We know multiple
Yeah.
people.
yeah,
We know a lot of people
that's a good.
who
point.
we would feel comfortable enough to ask. Genuinely. Like, if you really, really wanted to get it, you could. It's not that hard.
I was just thinking of the guy who's playing Dark and Darker right now.
Yeah. The amount of shit that he does.
Yeah.
Brother.
Oh man.
Christmas break?
Oh boy.
It's like, that's all he does
Oh,
for
man.
Christmas break.
Yeah, I know.
But like seriously, like it's. But the thing is that I said to Jackie, because this is going to sound really weird too, and this is going to sound like some dumb stoner thought, but I have been thinking for the past couple months,
What if we just launched Earth into space?
where tiny people living on a giant rock flying through space at 1,000,000 miles an hour,
Yeah.
in a little universe, and we
Yeah.
have a sun, and there's no.
Rogue planets. Rogue
Can I just...
planets.
Sorry.
Go on.
I'll go back to... Actually, I'll get back to it. I had this moment. I had a smoke, right? And I was like, I was just so vividly aware of where I was in the universe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fucking freaky as.
You go, I am insignificant. I'm so...
Yeah! It was literally like, I zoomed out of my brain and went into space, dude. I was like,
you looked up and you could see yourself looking...
Yeah, like, that's what it was like. I was like, I'm a guy in an old Queenslander with a family in a small country town in the state of Queensland in Australia.
Yep.
That's a country. On planet Earth. That's in the solar system.
Start like zooming out. It's like there's the
Because
moon.
it's, you know where the solar system?
What?
It's SOL, I believe, is what our solar system is called. Is
Oh,
Sol,
really?
I believe.
I did not know that.
I could be
I
wrong
thought it
there.
was just called the solar system, but that makes sense.
Because it's a solar system.
I know
and
that-
it's called Sol.
I know that each revolution of Mars is called a sol.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird, isn't it?
That is weird.
It's not just called a day, because we have days on Earth.
Yeah.
But we have sols on Mars.
Weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then it was just like this whole thing of like I was just so vividly aware of how small and insignificant I'm basically an ant.
Small.
Like I'm an ant.
Aphid. You're
Yeah.
an aphid.
I'm a fucking ant compared to like everything else. And then and then it was all like this like and just sucked straight back into, you know what I mean? Like I just sucked myself straight back down. No, literally I was like, all right, that's enough. And just sucked myself straight back down because I was in the middle of a conversation with Jackie when I did it, right? So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. And then continued with the conversation with her. So it was like this weird, like 1 minute of being the most aware I've ever been of my place in the universe right now. It was so fucking wild. It was just this really, really weird situation. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So for the last few months, I've been thinking, like I've been trying to fill my feed, my content feed with a lot more positive things. Yeah. Because right now TikTok sucks. So I'm not really using TikTok too much because it's just making me hate the LGBTQ, not community, the extremists. Yeah. Because there's extremists with everything.
100%.
So it's just making me hate the extremists, which is making me hate the community. And I know that the community is fine. I know it's only extremists that are the problem because that's the problem with everything, right? Religion, there's not inherently a bad thing, but extremists are fucking problem.
Yeah, 100%.
LGBT, there's nothing really inherently wrong with it, but, right? In adults,
you could take like any sort of group of anyone that has anything to do with anything, right?
Yeah.
You go, okay, these people love bunnies.
Yeah.
Little rabbits, bunny rabbits.
But can you imagine extremists? So people who are out there like fucking protesting in front of like a pet shop because bunnies shouldn't be sold, they should be living. You'd be like, these guys are just a piece of shit.
Yep.
You'd be like, I don't care what they're standing for.
Yeah.
They're a piece of shit.
Just like
they're just causing.
I like bunnies.
The extremists are not good.
I like flowers.
Yeah.
There's extremists that either like really fucking hate that flowers are getting sold, or they really love flowers so much.
Or they're in your face. They're in your face so much because you don't have flowers at your house.
Yeah.
And you're a piece of shit because you should have flowers at your house.
You said you like flowers and you don't have any flowers in.
What, you don't have, and then they just scream flowers in your face, and you don't even get to say anything. They just keep screaming. They're just flowers, flowers, flowers. You know what I mean? Like you would be like, this person is a piece of shit.
You suck.
Yeah. So my TikTok feed is just full of fucking extremists. Yeah. Right. And it makes me mad. It just makes me mad, and I hate it. Right. So I'm pulling away from TikTok. I'm still posting on TikTok, but I'm not using it as
That's
anymore.
wild that your algorithm has done that.
Yeah, right. Because I watch it and I get mad.
Yeah, they're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's literally like these fucking extremists with their fucking beliefs.
God.
I'm like, I hate these, and I'm like the Christians are right, and then it's like Christian extremists. I'm like, oh god. Please do not speak. Like. Yeah, but anyway, so all of this shit, like it's bad. I've started watching content that's like, there's this one guy called The Savage Army, And he's just this dude who like works out, and he's all about performing in any environment. He's like, I'm not a bodybuilder. He's like, I want to be able to perform. He's like, I want to be able to do things I could never do before. Yeah. I want to be able to perform in any environment. And if it's fucking 9,000 mile, whatever, like 9,000 feet up on a mountain, or if it's like water level, or if it's in another country, if it's in Africa, if it's in the Arctic, he's like, I want to know my body will perform in every situation that I live in, mentally and physically. This is his whole thing, right? Okay. So it's literally just about being a savage. It's about being as strong as possible mentally and physically, so that he can perform in any place, anytime, right? And I've started taking that on board like crazy, right? Because I'm like, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to just do what I have to do in any environment.
Yeah.
So like so I do cold water therapy now. It's it's not fun.
Have you?
Cold water sucks lately, man.
Do you get in? Oh, 100% sucks.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's fucking cold.
I've kept it up at work because like our cold water, like after PT, it used to be you'd turn on just cold,
and it's like not too bad.
It used to be warm sort of shit, but it would be cold enough to be like, this is still
it's a little uncomfortable.
But now it's like cold, and then the hardest part is I've thought to myself, don't get in there and be like, you
just breathe.
You just got to breathe and just get in there and try and remain as calm as possible while doing it.
Yeah, it's
such a weird thing, but like it feels better than like freaking out doing it.
Well, there is studies done. Wim Hof is a good example of who you should look into if you don't. If you don't know about cold water therapy, look into Wim Hof. Honestly, you, the viewer at home, the listener.
I'm so comfortable and I feel like I'm so far away from the mic. Maybe I need to be here.
Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You know what? The listeners can just deal with it. I don't give a fuck. This is our podcast.
This is our podcast.
If you can barely be heard, but I'm prominent as fuck, who cares? If I can barely be heard and you're prominent as fuck, who cares? It's our podcast.
We'll figure it out.
I was like, should I hide this burp? No. But no, so I've been doing cold water therapy. Last night was the hardest night so far.
Yeah, right.
It was fucking cold last night, man. And I'm out even further inland.
Yeah.
It's been cold. It's been fucking cold.
Yeah.
So last night sucked. But I tell you, dude, I feel so good after. And like, so I fucking implore anyone to try a cold water shower. What I've done lately is to wash myself. I have just enough, it's still fucking cold and uncomfortable, but just enough hot water so that I can actually wash myself and not just focus on the cold water.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll wash myself with a little bit warm, but I start cold. And I finish cold. Yeah, it's hard. Man. So it's in and it's just like just breathe. And I'm trying to do like a good minute to begin with. Yeah. Then a little bit warm water, so it's like I can wash myself.
Yeah.
And wash myself up, rinse off, and then back to just cold. And then like another
chest first and then turn around and then try and get your head?
I do all over. I have a handpiece and I'm just like constantly moving it because I don't want it to get used to it in one spot.
Holy shit, that is hell.
Yeah. It sucks.
I get in and I'm like, okay, cool, it's cold in my chest. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna flip around, and then it's like cold, and I'm just like doing this, and then I'm like, fuck it, just do it on the head. I'm like, and then I'll turn around and I'm like,
no, dude, I did it. I reckon I did it for about 3 minutes last night.
I'm fighting it half the time.
No,
fucking like this.
I did it for like 3 minutes, and I got to the point where I could have actually just washed myself.
Yeah, right.
Like I genuinely.
Your body does.
Yeah, you do. You do eventually get used to it. Yeah, I got to the point where I was like, oh, this is not too bad now, actually. Yeah. And I was just like, looking on my head, on my face, like the whole time. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm good now. But that took me like 3 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Like it's rough, but that's been a huge thing. So cold water therapy, this is one thing that this guy does as well, Savage Amigo. And connecting with nature, which like I have never given a fuck about nature my entire life. I've never cared about nature. I'm like, burn nature. I'm like, what's that? There's a sanctuary here for animals? I'll get down to build a highway. I don't care. Like,
I want to get to work faster.
I want to get to work 5 minutes faster, alright? After moving to the country, give me a lot of beaches. And like watching this guy, and he's like, he firmly believes that, you know, we have lost our connection to nature, to Mother Earth, to all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And his big thing is about performing anywhere, anytime, any environment, mentally and physically, about being just a fucking strong human being, a strong like role model, a strong man, a strong physically, all that sort of shit, and then connecting with nature. So his thing is that he, so instead of like church on Sundays, he will every Sunday he goes to like a waterfall, a creek, like these places that you really have to travel to get to.
Yeah.
To go and just soak in nature in these areas, and I'm like, I'm getting more and more into that shit.
I like that.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
Like just going to a fucking freezing cold creek, and then just like stand, and he just walks in and just sits down in it, like, and just completely submerges himself, and like it's part of the whole cold water therapy thing as well.
Yeah.
Because creeks are always freezing cold.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
And if you go in winter, they're going to be real cold.
You know what? You know what's funny? I used to do that with Kim way before. Like, this is like our first couple of years of being together. We would go to we would just go like hiking every now and then. And it would be like...
Oh, yeah.
We would try and find... Actually, yeah, because you've come with us.
Yeah, when we were going to the beach. Blake, wake up, we're going to the beach. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Get in the car, fall asleep, wake up on a mountain.
We're not at the beach.
You straight up lied to me. You and Kim straight up lied to me. That's like 10 years ago, and I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I was excited for the beach, man.
Yeah.
Because I was hung. You were like, get up, get ready. We're going to the beach. I pulled my blanket off. I hadn't even taken my shoes off.
Yeah.
From the night before.
And you were just like, let's go.
I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. I can do the beach.
Just get in the car. Yeah.
Get into the car. Go to sleep. Because I was hungover as shit.
Yeah.
And we get to a mountain. And then, Blake, we're going for a hike first. Hikes are not before beach.
Nah, bro.
Hikes are all day.
Because that was with Trog as well.
Yeah.
Man.
And we just like, it was like,
you guys were so
we were
upset.
like, day 5 of trying to survive in the wilderness on this mountain. I've run out of food. I've run out of safe drinking water. It was like, we just did this dumb dialogue thing, and we recorded all of it, didn't post any of it.
No.
If this was like TikTok days, it would have been good TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been a great TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, that. I wish that I had that content still.
But,
That would have been lit.
so, yeah, me and Kim used to do that
you
a
guys
lot.
used to do heaps of hiking.
And I remember, we used to try and find places. There was a spot on Mount Tamborine that had, really good, waterfalls and shit like that. So we would go, and I used to just sit, right on the edge.
Yeah.
And, just hang your feet over. There's a thing, I can't remember what it's called. It's, a French word, but it means call of the abyss. And so it's basically, if you've ever been driving, say, opposite of another, say an oncoming truck, there's a small weird part of you that'd be like, what if that truck just fucking wiped me out? So it's called Call of the Abyss.
Right.
It doesn't mean that's I'm gonna fucking do that, but it's it makes your brain go, oh. And that's the same thing as you're sitting on the edge of a cliff sort of thing, but you're like, what if I just fell in? It's like, well, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Because I'm going to die.
Yeah.
But you sit there and you go, I'm living on the edge.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Actually just sort of living on the edge. And it makes you I don't know, it made me sort of go, well, I can sort of appreciate this. A whole lot. And, not the fact that I was sitting I wasn't sitting in the water for the waterfall, but I was sitting right next to it, and you can just play with the water and stuff like that. But it's, I really like that connecting with nature sort of stuff.
I'm thinking, I think more I want to do it fucking heaps in winter because the water's going to be cold. That's why I want to do it in winter.
Yeah.
So I'm dams. I want to go to dams.
Yeah.
I want to go to watering holes, right?
Yeah.
Creeks. All that's good areas to swim in. Because we're in you're close enough. You're not that in the middle of big populated Brisbane. It's not that far for you to drive out to the country.
Yeah. No.
To go to a dam. We have the Wivenhoe Dam. That's got swimming areas. You know what I mean? And that'd be freezing fucking cold in winter.
Yeah.
That'd be cold as shit. Yes!
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, of course we're going to do this.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah.
We can take the kids.
Yeah.
It's not going to be just us. We'll take the kids, have a barbecue and everything. Yeah. But I'm getting in that water.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a good 5-minute cold water retention in that water.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter. It's happening. I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it multiple times. Because I also have a dam, like, just down the road from me.
Yep.
So I'm going to go do it at that dam.
Yeah, sick. All right, well,
I'm going to go to that dam, and I'm going to literally just walk into the water and just sit down. So I'm only going to go in deep enough to sit to have the water up to my neck. Yep. And I'm just going to sit in there for 5 minutes. Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Let's like 100%. Because, like, the kids and the missus will be all, like, jacking it up. It's cold. They're doing, like, barbecue stuff. And it's just like, well, we're going to go and walk out.
And then, like, literally do a fucking body exercise workout at the same time. Yeah.
That's going to be wild.
And then go cool down in the dam. And by cool down, I mean freeze to death. It's so cold!
Yeah, I'm down with that. That sounds fucking sick.
Yeah. How long have we been going?
An hour and a half.
Whoa!
An hour and a half.
Holy shit. Maybe we should talk about music. This is our 100th episode.
This is our 100th episode. It is going to be a big one.
I don't care.
I can't remember if there was something that we didn't... Oh, no, we did decide on the thing.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what it is? Oh, yeah. Fuck, I don't know what it is.
I can't remember what it is.
No, I'll figure it out. Is there anything else that you needed to talk about before we...
We are 2 producer dads.
Yes, 2 idiot dads.
And we have been making music again.
A little bit, yeah. We actually have. We've been fucking around
jumping in the FL studio and fucking doing stuff. So this is, and you know what I've been doing again, and I do this like every couple of months.
Just going back through our old shit?
Going back through old shit and just going, we should release this, we should release and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, because I love time loops. I really want to, like, take it all and turn it into an album. I know we've said this before. I think
like
we said this.
I
think we said this at the end of last year, that we're going to turn it into a mixtape, and I was going to turn all the ACAP stuff into an ACAP album. We're just going to have to do it eventually. Our lives are busy. Fuck you.
Fuck you,
put that
listener.
pressure on me.
Fuck you, listener. How dare you?
But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. It's if you really want it, you'll get it when you get it. Don't stress.
Yeah.
There's no stress here.
Yes.
But yeah, in the thing of like making music, I tell you what, I really fucking love getting back and opening up FL Studio and just be like.
And because it's so natural to us, because we've used it for so long, that's the thing. It's like we're fluent with it, but we're not. Like I would not say I'm good. I would say I'm above average.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely not average. Like you and I know enough about FL Studio and enough of the little bits and pieces and how to use it that we are well above average.
Yeah.
I would not say that we're amazing producers, but I would say we're good. I would say we're quite good.
Yeah.
Like we've made some fucking bangers, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you know, this is with that too. The biggest thing is that like there are a lot of average producers out there who get placements.
Yeah.
There are a lot of average producers out there who get placements.
And you, like, on the radio, you hear some absolute dog
dude.
beats.
Yeah.
Just shit beats.
But it's because they hustle. They're actually hustling. It's not, you don't just make the music. Like, you've got to be able to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. It's selling yourself. But anyway, we've been making more music.
Making more music. It's just been really good. I just want to sort of raise that up because, yes, it is called The Podcast. And yes, we are producing still. I don't think we'll ever stop. I just think we just take breaks and shit like that. Yeah. Like we played a lot of Tarkov. We started like filtering all the free to play games on Steam, just because we just want like hanging out and shit like that. That's what we do.
Like just
playing
like,
D&D and shit like that.
Yeah. It's just because we're producers doesn't mean like it's our hobby really.
Yeah.
Like making music is more of a hobby than it is a, you know. It's like I think I would struggle if that was my main income.
Oh yeah, same.
I think I'd struggle. I reckon I could do it for fun on the side, always for the rest of my life. I reckon I could do that.
If I was to be like, okay, cool, I've got to make say X amount of beats a day, and treat this like a job. Boy, howdy, I'd be tapped out in like I reckon 2 weeks, maybe a week, to make say like 3 beats a day or something like that.
Yeah.
4 beats a day, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely fucking tapped out.
But then we could also be like Shaq. He DJs under Shaq Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, do you think music is his main thing?
No.
Like,
that'd be fun.
we could DJ.
Yeah.
There's no reason we couldn't DJ for fun.
Sick, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, I've been part of this whole like mindset change and everything is like working out my priorities.
Yep.
So my priorities is like the family is like something we can do to make money and to provide, right? Because we're both in the same mindset of providing for our families and shit, as well as wanting to do fun shit for a living. Because like I also want to do fun shit for a living. That's like my mindset change has gone from like, oh, it's just me and I'm gonna be a streamer, to like, no, I want to be a strong role model, both for my friends and family and my kids. And then I also want to just be the strongest version of myself that I can, both like I said, mentally and physically. Like, I want to always be able to bench 2 plate. I always want to be able to bench 2 plate.
Yeah.
I always want to know that no matter what life throws at me as well, I will be able to calmly like work through it.
Would you say it's a fucking... Have you been reading or like getting into any like stoic stuff?
Not as much.
Oh man. Honestly,
if it helps, it helps. Who cares?
If you like, it sounds like some Marcus Aurelius sort of stuff. Like, I'll pull it up later.
Yeah.
But there's like a whole heap of these like quotes, and 100% they'll immediately resonate with you. If I'll give you, I think that's Meditations up there.
Oh yeah.
I've read through that.
I'll read it.
Oh, bro.
Oh, I've read something about meditation.
Yeah.
And I read a thing about meditate when you need to meditate.
Oh no, this isn't about meditating.
Oh.
This is Caesar.
Oh.
Caesar Marcus Aurelius. He made a book called Meditations, but it's about him and his life and stuff like that.
That's
and
cool.
what he's learned and shit like that.
That's cool.
And it's like,
I'll read the fuck out of
there's
that.
another one that was by fucking Rene Descartes, the guy who said, "I think, therefore I am."
Oh,
he
He
also like, he was a big mathematician sort of shit, but he's got a book called Meditations as well, where he just goes through like how he eventually got to all those, like his philosophy sort of stuff, and that is basically him just writing down how he thinks.
Yeah,
and that's all meditating. It really is.
I think our generation has definitely lost a lot of that.
Yeah,
I think our generation is we're a lot of people play the victim, man.
And taught to like...
And taught to play the fucking victim.
Act as soon as possible without thinking.
Yeah.
And not really in any regard of the consequences sort of thing. If you can just be like, take a second, go, well, if I do this, does this affect me? Does this affect anyone I fucking know or something like that? Does this affect my world sort of shit? Or is this all just going to be positives?
Dude. Oh, man, there's so many things that I live by that are just weird.
Yeah.
So that thing reminds me of another one. So Civ HD, he was a League of Legends YouTuber back in the day. I think he's now in Korea.
Yeah.
I think he still, I don't know what he does. I think he still does YouTube or something. But he said something, right? To all the people who rage playing League.
Yeah.
This was the thing. Will it matter in a year's time? It's like the game you just raged about. That game, like that your teammate just threw, right? You had it in the bag and they threw it, and you've lost the game. He goes, will that matter in 12 months?
Yeah.
Will that actually mean anything in 12 months' time? No. If the answer is yes, fair enough.
Yep.
That's fair enough to be upset by it.
Yep.
If the answer is no, you shouldn't be upset by it.
Why should you be upset? Yeah.
And I heard that when I was like fucking like 14 or something.
Yeah.
Like when I was real young, right?
Yeah.
And that has stayed with me my entire fucking life.
That's so good. Will this affect
Because it's
me
like,
in 12 months?
will this affect me in 12 months? No? Well, then I'm not going to worry about it. Like, I'll do what I have to get through whatever this is.
Yeah.
But if it's not going to affect me in 12 months' time, why do I care? Like, mess in the house with the kids.
Emotional attachment to it.
Mess in the house with the kids.
Yeah.
Is the mess going to affect me? No. Having a messy house right now is not going to affect me ever.
Yeah.
It's literally never going to affect me, so I don't give a fuck.
There's no need to like.
I still clean. Like I clean the kitchen almost every night. Like I like to have the kitchen clean because it's like that's where we work, right? We work in the kitchen. The rest of the house can be a fucking mess. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. And my bed can be a mess. I can have shit all over the bed. As long as I can get into the bed under a blanket, I'm fine. Like, my desk is a fucking mess. Dude, as long as I can work it.
Look at it.
Dude, mine's so much worse. Yours is pristine compared to mine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, mine's bad. Mine's bad. Mine's messy as shit, dude.
Because I looked at this and I go, I can't fucking put anything anywhere. I'm fucking pissed. Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me? Look at all the space for activities. Wait, the viewer and the listener's not going to see, but there's so much space to put so many things.
I hate it.
My mouse pad is covered in shit. I push things aside
How
so I
do
can
you
move my mouse.
play games? How do you like? That's the thing is like, all I can imagine is like, imagine there's like cereal all over the like.
Yeah, like,
you're just like,
imagine
made
it's-
enough.
Yeah, it's like I get the mouse and I do this and I like spread my hands out and push everything out of the way and I'm like, all right, that's enough room.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah,
It's crazy.
and sometimes I have glasses in front of my other monitor so I can't see the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
But then I just deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just deal with it.
No, it's-
Yeah, no, I live
Everything's
like.
in the center of the
But
screen.
you know why? Because it's not going to bother me in 12 months'
Doesn't
time.
bother me in 12 months. Yeah,
No.
that's really.
I'll have a clean house eventually. It's because
Yeah.
I got kids. Because I have
Yeah.
young kids. And they give me stuff. And then I put it up on the desk. And that's a fucking 20 times a day.
Yep.
So I'm like, what am I going to do with all of this? It's just going to live on the desk.
Yep.
Zach, it's just going to live on the
Can't live
desk.
with this. It's going to affect you in 12 months.
No.
Would you eventually be overcome by all of your?
No. No, because I throw shit out. Like, I
Yeah.
eventually get to a point where I throw shit out.
Yeah.
But, no. So, I don't know what's happened for me, but over the course of, so far, over the 100 episodes, I've grown a lot as a person.
Just to bring it all the way back.
Yeah, bring it all the way back.
Yeah.
I've grown a lot as a person, I feel. And I feel Jackie's grown a lot. And, everyone has issues. Everyone has relationship issues. Everyone has mental issues. Everyone has physical issues. But, looking back at fucking... When did we start? 2019? No. That's when we started music.
2021.
2021. We did start in 2021. Wasn't it February we started releasing?
Yeah, but
2021?
remember we recorded first in
In January. We recorded a month ahead, remember?
Yeah.
4 episodes ahead. But coming from then to where I am now is fucking night and day. It's two different people.
Honestly, it's 100%. Yeah, it's two different people.
I feel like both of us are in the same boat there too.
Yeah.
We're both two different people from where we were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's talking. It's talking every week.
Yeah.
We talk every week, and it's like a working through shit thing.
A form of
almost
therapy,
like
sort of.
therapy.
Yeah. Therapy, yeah.
It's almost like therapy.
That's
It's wild, hey. But no, I'm very impressed with how we've done over the last 100 episodes / 2 years.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild. Because when you think about it, it's not February right now.
No, it's way past that.
So we've missed a few episodes here and there, which we already explained. But yeah, it's been about 2 years, 2 and a bit years.
If on it every week, so it'd be like 100.
No, I'm not. What did you want to do it on the actual week / day of
No,
February?
I was just trying to think of when it would.
It would have been like episode 80 something or something. You know what I mean? Or
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
80 something. Yeah.
But anyway, we should probably talk about music.
We should probably talk about music. Blake,
Zach. We listened
to
to the king himself,
the king himself,
the king of rock and roll. What?
Michael Jackson.
Wait, did we listen to Michael Jackson this week? Oh shit!
Oh,
I thought it was Elvis.
Elvis. Listen to
No, we listened to Thriller.
Yeah.
I listened to it on the way here too.
I was doing it yesterday while we were cleaning out the garage.
Nice.
It got everyone bumping.
Dude, it's so good.
It's great.
Michael Jackson's really good.
Just fantastic.
I understand why it's the most. And it's funny because I was like, the most listened album. Like, I wonder if there's songs on here I haven't listened to. Of course, there's not. It's the most listened to album in the world. Of course, I've listened to every song on here.
Yeah.
Like every single song.
Yep.
Of course. Like I'm like looking at all of them. I'm like, these are all very big songs.
Yeah.
Like when you think about like an album of like, you know, we listen to all these albums. We've listened to fucking 99 other albums.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there'll always be songs on these albums, even like the really big albums. It's like, I've never heard this, or I understand why that one wasn't that big, or like, yeah, that wasn't too good. This is an album of number ones.
Yeah.
It's literally like an album of number ones.
Yeah.
Like I don't think every song was number one at some stage, but they could have been.
Yeah.
They all very easily could have been number ones.
They all had that same sort of quality of like the high production value sort of stuff of like, and even the structure of them. Like they all had like really good bass lines, really like top tier drums.
Yeah.
And he sort of followed that same pattern of like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus.
Yeah.
Fucking
guitar solo here and there sometimes.
Yeah. And it was, I don't know, the following that structure, especially back in the fucking 80s.
Yeah, I think it was released in the 80s.
it was just the formula for success. To be like, this is going boom, 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 and then just it was literally just him going, this is exactly how I'm gonna make $1 bajillion and cut, print, sell it.
Yep.
It was I don't know, man, just so fucking good.
Yeah.
So fucking good. What a good album, especially for a 100th album. I'll tell you this though. I will tell you this.
What?
I only listened to it for the first time yesterday, cleaning the garage.
Yeah, but you've heard every song.
I've heard that. Yeah.
You've heard every song. I did listen to it many times because I fucking love Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, I used to have his greatest hits album. It was a 3-disc. It was a 3-discer. And all 3 discs were in our 6-track, like our 6-disc fucking thing in the car.
Yeah.
All 3 of them. Because it was like, what Michael Jackson song do we want to listen to?
Next disc, and there's like...
Dude, Human Nature and PYT. They're probably my top 2 favourite songs from Michael Jackson. I can shit you not.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Beat It.
No. Beat It's good. Like, I love Beat It. It's fucking amazing. It's great. Yeah. Amazing song. So good. I love playing that song on the guitar. It's fun.
Yeah.
PYT and Human Nature every day of the week.
I actually really like PYT. Because,
So
like, when it came on, and it's like, pretty young thing.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Bro. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
10 out of 10. Done.
It's a 10 out of 10 album. It's the most listened to fucking album.
Of course it's a 10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10.
Like, of course it's a 10 out of 10. It has to be.
Nothing, even the Paul McCartney fucking,
not My Girl. It's not fucking Girl Be Mine. What is it?
Is the girl be mine?
No, it's not. It's
My Girl?
This Girl Is Mine.
This girl is mine.
Yeah. Because there's also a song called Baby Be Mine, which is just before it. So it's Baby Be Mine, then the girl is mine. The girl is mine, mine. With Paul McCartney, yeah.
Yeah. Just
works. So good. Fucking, dude, this entire, and it's like, it's 9 songs, 42 minutes.
Yep.
Right? Released November 30, 1982.
You know what, when Thriller came on?
This
Kim
album is
immediately
41 years old. Poggers?
Oh, man.
Dude, I'm telling you,
41.
41 years old. Like, wild. 9 songs, too. It's only 9 songs, but they're also fucking long.
41.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. But anyway, 10 out of 10, would recommend. If you haven't heard any of those songs on there, I don't know how.
If you've never heard Thriller or Beat It or Billie Jean, you have been living under a fucking rock.
For sure.
For, like, your entire life. You could accidentally listen to this entire album throughout your entire life, and you can't say you've never heard Michael Jackson.
No.
There is no one on this planet that like, maybe the fucking that Amazonian tribe that, like, cannibals.
Yeah, and like the only contact they've had with civilization is like trading things for like tobacco or something.
I reckon they've even accidentally heard Michael Jackson.
I'm not shitting you. There's like someone who said that they've been introduced to Michael Jackson.
Like, right?
Yeah.
Like it's such a cultural phenomenon that, like,
everyone knows Michael Jackson, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Michael Jackson.
And I think it's really getting to that point where everyone knows Mr. Beast as well.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
I know.
How weird is that?
He's like almost as famous as Michael Jackson. I mean,
I can't think of anyone else.
Look, his IP, Mr. Beast, is probably on par with Michael Jackson at this point.
Yeah.
Like value-wise.
Yeah. I have no idea how Jimmy does it, man.
Nah, neither do I.
But like not to keep harping on Mr. Beast, but you really think about it, if there's people that you would think would have no chance of listening to Michael Jackson, they've probably accidentally, or like at least on purpose, have been exposed to Michael fucking Jackson.
Yeah.
Like it's
obviously there's going to be small children, but like
you can't count fucking kids that are, I don't know, like just born.
Yeah.
But like it's
everyone knows Michael Jackson.
Yeah, dude. Everyone knows Michael Jackson.
Everyone knows Michael Jackson.
Everyone knows Michael Jackson.
Anyway, 10 out of 10, do recommend.
You can't think about that. It's such a weird thing.
I know, it's such a weird thing to say. I know.
Because everyone knows Michael Jackson.
I know. Trust me. It's like the fucking universe thing. It's like the vivid realization.
The Pope isn't as famous as Michael Jackson.
No. It's the vivid realization of something that's so large and you finally comprehend how large that thing is. That's like realizing how big a billion is.
The difference between a million and a billion.
Yeah, the difference between a million and a billion. Once you realize how big of a difference that is, it's insane.
Yeah.
$1 billion is an unfathomable amount of money. It's so much money that you just cannot understand how much money it is. $1 million you can easily understand though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's not a milli. It's 1,000 million. Don't, Winnie, not like this. Right at the end and you're going to like run straight into this? I don't think so, fella.
Alright, well, let's start wrapping this up. Zach, what are we listening to next week?
Listening to Metallica.
Sit.
Metallica. Sit here.
And we're listening to their new album, 72 Seasons. I don't know why it's called 72 Seasons.
We're going to listen to it over 72 seasons.
Well, I'm hoping we'll listen to it over the next week, but sure. Yeah, so we're listening to Metallica's 72 Seasons. Winnie the bitch. I'm excited because I put on 2 songs before and they actually sound really good. And I don't know if those are good songs or not. Maybe those are the only 2 good songs. Who knows?
Maybe. I really hope it is. How many songs?
There is 12 songs. It goes for 1 hour and 17 minutes. It's a big one.
Bad. It's a big one. Not bad. Yeah.
Watch out, Winnie. Watch out.
He'll lean into it. The further you push him away, he's like, no.
He does lean into it.
Yeah.
Winnie!
Push him the other way. Push him into
Winnie! And then he's like, oh yeah, I'll walk into the microphone. Yeah. Thanks for being here for our 100th episode. Thanks for joining us.
Hold on. Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Hey.
The whole reason we did... No, it's not the whole reason we did it.
It's not the whole reason, but it has been 100 episodes, and we've been saying it for like the last 8-9 episodes that we're doing $100 giveaway right now.
Yeah.
100th episode,
We
$100
probably...
giveaway,
I feel like
an episode.
we probably should have advertised it a bit more, but then at the same time... No. You know what? You snooze, you lose.
Only the real G's get the money.
Yeah.
A century's worth of money.
There's a decent amount of a century's worth of money. There's a lot of money.
What's 100? A century is 100.
Oh,
Winnie, not like this.
Winnie, please.
Not like this.
Please.
Oh, buddy. I love you.
Please.
Dog butt.
Dog butt.
Just like
oh man, all the audio listeners will never understand. That's so
go
funny.
Straight to the YouTube right now.
That's so funny.
Get out of it.
Just watch out for the mic, dude.
There's something right there. It's just like,
I'm gonna knock it out. We're giving away $100. We talked about doing names in a hat. Instead, we've got the viewer's not going to be able to see this.
Got the wheel of names.
We've got the wheel of names, and we're not going to show all. We're not going to dox everyone, so we're not going to show. But we'll tell you. Zach, would you like to spin it?
I'm going to spin the wheel.
Would you like me to do a drum roll? Drum roll.
Cool. Do whatever you want, man.
This is it.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Who's Christian?
Who's Christian?
Wait, is that Chris? Is that Chris?
Bro, I think that is.
Is that Chris?
It's Chris, bro.
No shit.
That's Chris.
Oh,
Chris.
look at that. Friend of the show one.
Friend of the show. No
How good
shit.
is that? If that's not Chris. Because he said last night, remember, he was like, oh yeah, it's actually Christian.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's probably Chris.
That's I think that is 100% Chris because I looked on there. I knew he was on there, but like
there's no other Chris.
There's no other Chris. That's him.
Oh, Chris.
That's the man. Chris.
Well done.
Hey, Chris.
Oh, good on you, bud.
You just won $100, and I don't even know if you listen to the pod.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
Well, there we go. Only real G's. Only real G's know.
Only real G's. Only friends of the show who don't listen.
Oh man.
God damn it. That's fine.
Now we know exactly who the winner is.
Couldn't have gone to a guy who needs it more, to be honest.
Exactly, yeah.
This will be a nice little pick-me-up.
Yeah, that's it. I think...
Not needs it more.
Yeah.
Deserves it more, sorry. Deserves it, not needs it. Deserves it more. Yeah. That's what I meant.
Fucking salt of the earth, that man is. It would literally give you the shirt off his back, I reckon.
He probably has given his shirt off his back to someone, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the winner. We're not going to give away last names and all that, but it is Chris.
It's Christopher.
God,
no, it's not. It's Christian. I called him Christopher.
It's not. It's Christian.
I've called him Christopher.
Yeah, right.
Many times.
Yeah.
And he's never corrected me.
No.
Fuck.
He's called me, like, I think he knows that, but I don't think he's ever called me Zachary.
Oh, true.
He's always called me Zach because that's what I preferred.
Yeah.
But when I told him it was Zacharias, he was like, whoa, man, that's a bit of a mouthful. I don't think I'm going to
He's like, Bartholomew. Don't Tobias.
Oh, shit. Well, that's the end of the show. Thank you for everyone that has entered. Please, this will continue on in the future. Imagine what happens when we hit 200 episodes in another 2 years, and we get.
And we're actually making money. We're actually making money at that point. We can give away a car.
In 200 episodes.
Watch the space. At 100 episodes, we're giving away a car. It may not be a good car.
Oh, we'll give away a car.
It may not be a good car.
I can guarantee that we'll give away a car. It'll be a Hot Wheels car.
Oh, yes.
Loopholes.
No, we'll actually go out and buy like a really expensive collector's Hot Wheels car off eBay for like $300 or something. Then we'll give that away. So instead of money, you get this thing that you can't do anything with.
Yeah.
Maybe sell it. You could probably sell it.
Should we just wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap this shit up. I want to do some bench.
Yeah, bench it up. All right. This feels weird because usually I stop and I turn. Thank you so much for listening. If you have enjoyed this podcast, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and do the ratings and stuff like that. Sharing is a really big one. Because the more people that know about it, the more people that have a chance to win for next time.
Like Christian.
Like Chris. You could be him.
You could be the next Chris.
Exactly.
You could be him.
Why be you when you could be Chris?
Did you win $100? I don't think so.
No one else won $100 but Chris. And it could be you next time. If you
and look, there was definitely more than just Chris.
Yeah, there was 100%. There was a lot more than Chris. Yeah. Percentage-wise, a lot more than Chris.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised that it was someone that we both know.
Yeah, wild.
Because there's not many people on there that we actually both know.
There was a lot of people in there which didn't. There's
a lot of people that you. Hang on, really? There's only Chris, really, that we both actually know.
Yeah, and only know one other person.
Yeah, and that's just because he's a friend of mine.
But he's an actual listener. It's a real OG too.
Yeah.
Real OG.
Wow. The one person on there that we actually both know. Weird.
Yeah.
How funny.
Wild. But yeah, no, make sure you share, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the buttons, click all the doodads, and that'll really help out the show because you want to listen to it more, you gotta do all the things for us, please. We can't do it all ourselves.
No.
We don't.
We don't.
Do it.
At all.
If you want to see more of this guy right here.
Hello.
Blake Bentley.
My name's Blake. We should stream again. We'll probably start streaming again.
I want to stream.
I might go back to Twitch. I've got more viewers on Twitch. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a lot of subscribers on Twitch. But I think like, you know.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't because we'll just start again.
Yeah.
And who cares?
Who cares? We'll do whatever. Hey, I might stream on both. Who knows?
Yeah, multi-platform streaming.
I think they still have a thing against streaming to multiple places at the same time.
I don't think YouTube has it. I think maybe Twitch would have it.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If you like Zach, which you do...
That's me.
You got to follow him on all the things. I don't know what you say. Follow him on all the things. SwitchBladesForKids, all one word.
All one word.
SwitchBladesForKids.
Yep.
Switch the word blades for the word kids.
That's right.
Switch kids for blades. On all the things.
It could be you.
We're going to stream again.
Yeah, we're going to stream
eventually,
again, for sure.
At some point.
It might be twitch.tv or it might just be
on YouTube.
On youtube.com.
I have more subs on YouTube than Twitch anyway. But
yeah, I should probably just do it. It's fine, just do it on YouTube. Blake _Bentley TV, SwitchBladesForKids, all one word. Jump on, check out all the stuff. We both have stuff on Spotify. We all have all the socials. Make sure you check out Blake's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok to follow his fitness.
My fitness journey.
Excellent. He does upload every day that he goes to the gym. And he's up there like near 180, I believe, which is
170
fucking 6 months.
179
That's
tomorrow.
6 months.
Yeah, I know.
In like 30 days each. Yeah, that's 6 months,
good.
bro. That's heaps.
I mean, there's been times I've missed gym. Like, I got fucking COVID at one point. Like, that wrote me off for like 3 weeks.
But
sucks.
But
6
months in the gym.
Months in the gym. Yep, 6
full days, 24 hours each.
Yep, 24-hour days. I don't leave the gym for that day. And I'm there for 24 hours. I don't know how I work, eat, or sleep, but I managed to do it.
That's pretty much it. That's gonna do us. That's gonna do it here.
Here's to another 100 episodes, huh?
Another 100, another 1,000, 999.
We should do more content.
Yeah, well, we're gonna stream,
content.
and then we can do some more videos.
We should do some more in-person shit. That'd be fun.
Yeah. No, it didn't take too much.
We should do a hot dog eating contest.
Let's do a hot dog eating contest, and we'll upload it here. That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye. We're gonna fade out on this.
Are we still here? We're still here. Is the video still going?
Videos, it's all still going.
Oh.
This is behind the scenes stuff.
Oh. Wait. Podcast after dark. Alright, no, we're done. We're done. No, we're done. We're done. I don't know your fucking passcode.
Oh, yeah.